Your Land Rover is carrying capability that most owners never actually learn to use, buried behind menu screens, weight sensors, and terrain systems that get one confusing paragraph in the manual and then never get mentioned again. The camera that lets you see straight through your own bonnet. The setting that tells you exactly how deep the water in front of you actually is. The mode you can build entirely around your own driving. 17 genuine hacks, counted down, every one of them worth learning before your next drive, on road or off it. Number 17. Trust terrain response. Auto more than you think. Most owners flip through the individual terrain response settings manually, guessing which mode fits the ground ahead, when the auto setting on modern systems is genuinely capable of reading the terrain itself and adjusting throttle response, transmission behavior, and traction control without you touching a single button. The system continuously monitors wheel slip, steering angle, and vehicle body movement, then quietly reconfigures itself in real time as conditions change beneath you. This does not mean you should abandon manual selection entirely, especially in genuinely technical terrain where you know exactly what is coming next. Everyday transitions between tarmac, gravel, and light mud, auto mode reacts faster than most drivers ever could manually, and trusting it more often means fewer awkward moments spent guessing which icon on the dial actually matches the road under your tires right now. Even experienced off-road drivers who prefer manual control admit the auto setting handles unpredictable mixed terrain more consistently than switching modes reactively ever could. Custom settings beat guessing every single time. Number 16. Build your own configurable terrain. Response buried past the standard preset modes sits a genuinely powerful option that lets you build a completely custom terrain profile, adjusting throttle sensitivity, center differential lock behavior, and suspension settings individually rather than accepting whatever combination a factory preset happens to bundle together. This matters because real terrain rarely matches a clean preset category. A rutted farm track covered in wet leaves is not quite mud, not quite grass, and not quite gravel. And a custom configuration lets you dial in exactly the response that specific ground actually demands. Spend 10 minutes in a safe, open area experimenting with different combinations before you actually need this setting under pressure, because the moment you are genuinely stuck is not the moment to be learning your own vehicle's menu system for the first time. Brakes work harder than they need to. Number 15. Let hill descent control. Do the braking hill descent control automatically manages your speed on steep descents by applying braking force to individual wheels, and plenty of owners still ride the brake pedal manually out of habit instead of trusting the system to do the job considerably more smoothly. Once activated, the system maintains a controlled, adjustable speed down the slope, freeing you to focus entirely on steering line and obstacle avoidance rather than modulating brake pressure with your foot the entire way down. You can adjust the target descent speed using the cruise control buttons on the steering wheel, slowing down further for a particularly loose or steep section without ever touching the brake pedal yourself. Riding the brake manually on a genuinely steep descent risks overheating your brakes considerably faster than letting the system distribute that braking work intelligently across all four wheels. Releasing the brake too fast causes problems. Number 14. Use gradient release control on loose climbs. Less well known than hill descent control, gradient release control specifically manages the transition moment when you release the brake pedal on a steep incline, preventing the sudden lurch forward that can send you sliding on loose or slippery surfaces the instant you lift off the brake. Instead of releasing all braking force at once, the system tapers it off gradually, giving the tires a genuine chance to find grip progressively rather than suddenly overwhelming them with unchecked momentum. This becomes especially valuable on steep, loose starts where a normal brake release would otherwise result in a genuinely uncomfortable, uncontrolled roll before traction actually catches. Most owners have never even opened the setting, simply because the situation where it matters most does not come up during ordinary daily driving. Progress control works like cruise control gone extreme. Number 13. Let all-terrain progress control drive the pedals. All-terrain progress control functions essentially like low-speed cruise control specifically built for off-road conditions, letting you set and maintain a controlled crawling speed while you concentrate entirely on steering through obstacles instead of simultaneously managing throttle and brake inputs. Once set, the system holds your chosen speed automatically over rocks, ruts, and uneven surfaces, adjusting individual wheel torque as needed without any input from your feet at all. This proves particularly valuable in technical terrain requiring your complete concentration on the exact line you are threading the vehicle through, where dividing your attention between pedal inputs and obstacle placement genuinely increases the risk of a costly mistake. Set your speed before you actually enter the difficult section, not while you are already committed and surrounded by obstacles on every side. Water depth should never be a guessing game. Number 12. Read the wade sensing display. Correctly, modern Land Rovers equipped with wade sensing display real-time water depth directly on the touchscreen as you approach standing water, using sensors integrated into the door mirrors to measure the actual depth ahead before you commit the vehicle to crossing it. This removes dangerous guesswork entirely from what has always been one of the most genuinely hazardous situations any off-road driver can face. The display shows both current depth and your vehicle's maximum rated wading depth clearly side by side, letting you make a genuinely informed decision, rather than estimating by eye from the driver's seat. Standing water frequently looks shallower than it actually is, especially in low light or murky conditions, which is exactly why relying on a genuine sensor reading beats trusting your own eyes every single time. Always cross water at the specific speed recommended by your owner's manual, because moving too quickly creates a bow wave that can force water into the engine's air intake, while moving too slowly can allow water to seep in through seals that are only rated for brief exposure. Range selection deserves more care than expected. Let me say one thing, and then I will not bring it up again. I have gathered these secrets and much more in a book over at LandRoverSecrets.com. If you want it, it is in the comments and on the right side of the screen. That is all. Let us go further with the video. Number 11. Engage low range the correct way. Plenty of owners either avoid low range entirely out of uncertainty or engage it incorrectly, potentially straining the transfer case in the process. The proper procedure typically involves coming to a complete stop, shifting into neutral and then engaging low range through the dedicated control before selecting drive again, rather than attempting to shift while the vehicle is still rolling or under load. Low range multiplies torque significantly and lowers your overall gearing, giving you far greater control at genuinely low speeds over difficult terrain, steep inclines, or heavy loads that standard range gearing was never designed to handle efficiently. Check your specific model's exact engagement sequence in the manual, because small procedural differences between model years exist, and getting this sequence wrong repeatedly can genuinely damage transfer case components over time. Ride height helps more than off-road driving. Number 10. Adjust ride height for loading, not just driving. The air suspension on many Land Rover models can be manually lowered specifically to make loading heavy items into the boot or roof considerably easier, a feature plenty of owners never actually use outside of its automatic driving height adjustments. Lowering the vehicle before loading reduces the actual lift distance required to get bikes, luggage, or awkward cargo up and into the load space, saving your back real strain on a task you probably repeat more often than you realize. The system typically returns automatically to normal ride height once you start driving again, so there is genuinely no need to remember to manually raise it back afterward before setting off. This function sits in the same suspension menu as your off-road height settings, just one tap away from the setting most owners already know exists for entirely different reasons. Sometimes the suspension itself needs a reset. Number 9. Know the air suspension reset procedure. If your air suspension ever behaves unpredictably, sitting unevenly or refusing to reach its normal ride height, a manual reset procedure exists that resolves the issue in many cases without requiring an immediate trip to a dealer. This typically involves turning the ignition off completely, waiting a specified period for the system to fully power down, and then restarting the vehicle to allow the system to recalibrate itself from a clean baseline. Check your specific owner's manual for the exact sequence and timing, because it varies meaningfully between model years and suspension system generations. Some owners panic the first time they notice one corner sitting visibly lower than the others, assuming a genuine mechanical failure when the reality is often nothing more than a sensor briefly losing its reference point. Keeping this procedure in mind before you ever actually need it can save you a genuinely unnecessary service appointment for what frequently turns out to be nothing more than a simple temporary calibration glitch. Number 8. Let the system recommend tire pressure by terrain. Many Land Rover models will actually suggest adjusted tire pressures based on the terrain setting you have currently selected, a detail plenty of owners drive straight past without ever noticing it was there in the first place. Lower pressures on sand or mud genuinely increase the tire's contact patch with the ground, improving traction considerably, while correct pressure on tarmac keeps handling and fuel economy exactly where they should be for ordinary daily driving. Check the specific recommendation for your selected terrain mode before a genuinely serious off-road excursion, and always remember to properly re-inflate before returning to normal road speeds, because running underinflated tires on tarmac at speed is a completely different and genuinely dangerous scenario. This one habit alone can noticeably improve traction on loose surfaces without spending a single additional cent on new equipment. Sun exposure hurts more than just your paint. Number 7. Use the panoramic roof blind as a heat shield. The electric sun blind under your panoramic roof does more than simply block glare on a bright day, and plenty of owners only ever think to use it for exactly that single purpose. Closing it fully before you park in direct summer sun genuinely reduces cabin heat buildup considerably, meaning you climb back into a noticeably cooler interior later instead of blasting the air conditioning at maximum for the first several uncomfortable minutes of every single drive. In colder weather, leaving it open during daylight hours actually helps passively warm the cabin using natural sunlight streaming directly through the glass, reducing how hard your heating system needs to work from a cold start. This is a genuinely simple habit that costs you nothing and takes only seconds to adjust before you ever step away from the vehicle. Ambient lighting hides more choice than you'd expect. Number 6. Customize ambient lighting beyond the default. The configurable interior ambient lighting offers considerably more genuine customization than most owners ever actually explore beyond the single default color it ships with from the factory. You can typically select from a range of colors and adjust brightness independently through the vehicle settings menu, and some models even allow different zones of the cabin to display different colors simultaneously. Beyond simple visual preference, dimming the lighting considerably for genuine night driving reduces reflections in the windscreen and helps preserve your natural night vision on unlit roads, which matters considerably more than most owners realize until they actually notice the difference. Take a few minutes to actually explore the full range of options rather than settling permanently for whatever color happened to be active the very first day you drove the vehicle home. Loading heavy cargo shouldn't require 2 trips. Number 5. Fold rear seats remotely from the boot. Many models include seat release switches conveniently located directly in the boot area, letting you fold the rear seats flat completely from behind the vehicle without ever needing to walk around and open a rear door first. This proves genuinely useful when your hands are already full of cargo, when the rear doors happen to be blocked by something nearby, or when you simply want to load large, awkward items as efficiently as possible without unnecessary extra steps. Some models pair this with an electric folding function that completes the entire motion automatically at the simple press of a button, rather than requiring you to physically push the seat back down yourself by hand. Check your specific boot trim panel carefully for these switches, because they are frequently positioned discreetly enough that owners genuinely drive for years without ever fully noticing they exist. An app only helps once it's set up. Number 4. Set up In-Control Remote before you actually need it. The In-Control Remote app allows you to check your vehicle's status, locate it in a crowded car park, and on many models remotely start the climate control to warm or cool the cabin before you even physically walk outside to it. Plenty of owners download the app once at the point of purchase and then never fully complete the account linking and permissions setup required to actually use these remote features when a genuinely useful moment eventually arrives. Take the time now to properly link your specific vehicle, confirm every notification setting is correctly enabled, and test the remote climate function at least once from inside your own home, so you already know precisely how it works before a freezing morning or a scorching afternoon actually puts it to the test. Some versions of the app also send alerts if the vehicle is moved or accessed unexpectedly, adding a genuinely useful layer of security awareness most owners never realize they already have access to. A 5-minute setup completed today can save you real, immediate discomfort on the very next uncomfortable morning you actually need it. Some hitches hide an entire camera view. Number 3. Use the tow hitch camera view when reversing. If your Land Rover is factory fitted with a tow hitch camera, a dedicated view exists specifically to help you line up a trailer coupling precisely while reversing. A genuinely underused feature that turns a frustrating, multi-attempt task into a single smooth motion. The camera displays a clear guideline directly overlaid on screen, showing your projected path so you can align the hitch ball with the trailer, coupling accurately without needing a second person standing outside to guide you verbally. This proves particularly valuable when hitching up entirely alone, a situation that would otherwise typically require multiple frustrating attempts and considerable in and out of the vehicle just to check your actual alignment progress. Activate this camera view specifically before you begin reversing toward the trailer, not partway through the maneuver once you have already misjudged the initial approach angle. A blocked mirror doesn't mean blind driving. Number 2. Use clear sight rear view. When the boot is loaded. When a fully loaded boot, roof box, or bulky cargo genuinely blocks your conventional rear view mirror, ClearSight Rear View switches the mirror itself into a live camera display, showing a completely clear, unobstructed view directly behind the vehicle regardless of what you have actually packed inside it. This solves a problem that has frustrated loaded vehicle drivers for genuine decades, camera-based visibility replacing a physical sightline that cargo would otherwise block entirely, sometimes completely. The feature can be toggled between the standard optical mirror and the digital camera feed with a simple switch, located on the mirror housing itself. Give yourself a short adjustment period the first few times you use it, since a camera-based image genuinely behaves a little differently from a traditional reflective mirror, particularly regarding depth perception and distance judgment in the early minutes of getting used to it. Everything on this list builds toward one moment. Number 1. See straight through your own bonnet. This is the single most genuinely impressive hack on this entire list, and it earns the top spot because nothing else here changes how you actually perceive your own vehicle quite this dramatically. ClearSight Ground View uses cameras positioned around the vehicle to effectively make the bonnet appear transparent on your central touchscreen, showing you the ground and any obstacles directly beneath the front of the vehicle that would otherwise remain completely invisible from the driver's seat. This proves genuinely invaluable on technical off-road terrain, at steep ramp angles, or during precise low-speed maneuvering around obstacles you would otherwise have to guess about entirely. The system stitches together live camera feeds with the vehicle's known position to create a convincingly seamless see-through effect, updating continuously as you actually move, rather than showing a static, outdated image from before you started moving forward. This is not a gimmick borrowed from a concept car reveal. It is a genuinely functional tool that solves a real, physical limitation every single front-engined vehicle has always had, and Land Rover simply built the camera system to finally solve it properly. Most owners discover this feature completely by accident, scrolling idly through camera menus one day, rather than ever being properly shown it at the point of delivery. Activate it deliberately before your next technical descent or tight parking maneuver, and you will immediately understand exactly why this single feature alone justifies everything else on this entire list.